Hey friends, so I promised you I would update you with my results for my food sensitivity test. And I did share in my other video why I decided to do it. So today I'm just going to tell you what's up. So basically I found out that I'm sensitive to 23 out of 96 foods that I was tested for. Now you can see here they're categorized into, yellow, orange, and red. The red ones are ones that I'm going to need to take out for 3 months, and then I can add it back in one at a time to see how my body does. The yellow ones, it's more moderate, and so same thing, take it out for 3 months, add it in one at a time. And then the class 1, it's just you can start the cycle right away with adding them back in, but I'm only going to eat it once every 4 days. So this was a major wake-up call to me because when I got the results, I was just shocked. I wanted to cry, but I was also like, I'm really allergic to stuff and sensitive to things. So I'm going to start with things that I kind of knew. Like I said, dairy. So I'm severely sensitive to brewer's yeast, Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, yogurt, cottage cheese, and cow's milk. I used to eat cottage cheese all the time because it was great protein, but my body just doesn't digest it right now. So I will be taking these out. Then in the moderate category, I have baker's yeast and malt. So I personally do not have any wheat or gluten sensitivities, but this baker's yeast is in almost all those products. It's in bread and it's in those kinds of things. So I was just a little, thrown off by that because it's like, okay, I don't have a gluten or wheat intolerance, but baker's yeast is like in a lot of things. So then this is the crazy part. Things I'm mildly sensitive to. I'll start with the things that are the lowest and I'll go to the highest. So the first one is lemon. So I've been thinking lemon water was good for me. Nope, not right now. Shrimp. Didn't know I was sensitive to shrimp. Spinach, which I'm really sad about because I was eating spinach like 3 times a day. Mustard. Weird. Lima beans. I don't really eat those. Apples. I was eating apples pretty frequently. That was one of my go-to fruits to take on the go. Pinto beans, didn't really eat them a lot. Green beans, I was eating those because they're a quick thing to make. Not anymore. Onions, I kind of knew I was sensitive to raw onions, but right now I have to take cooked onions out too. Clams, I don't eat a lot of clams. But this one's a killer. Egg whites. I was eating egg whites every single day, so I'm sensitive to those. Almonds. This was another one that I was like, oh my gosh, almonds. I drink almond milk. I eat almonds as like a go-to snack, and my body's not processing them properly. Egg yolks. So there goes my eggs. And then asparagus. This was the killer for me, and I kind of brought it up before because in my competition diet, I was eating asparagus 2 or 3 times a day. When I do the 3-day refresh, I eat asparagus. I like asparagus a lot, but my body apparently doesn't agree with that. And then the last one is pineapple. So basically, a lot of the foods I've been eating and thinking are healthy because they are healthy foods, but my stomach is not processing them. So I right now have to focus on healing my gut and taking these foods out and seeing how my energy levels are and how I feel. So yeah, I also can't have black tea or chocolate. I need to stay away from sugar, alcohol, honey, condiments. But basically I'm not processing sugars properly because of those. I'm sensitive to both types of yeast. So I'm sensitive to yeast mold and ferments. And then sugar actually contributes to your yeast growing. So it's kind of crazy. I'm going to really have to make sure to cut this sugar out. I am still allowed to have apple cider vinegar. I did check on that. So I'm just feeling overwhelmed. I wasn't expecting to have sensitivities to some of my favorite foods and my go-to foods. So now I need to sit down and create a plan that's going to work for me. So what I'm learning from this and what I want to teach you is that we are all so different. What's working for me might not work for you. And one of the reasons why I do love the 21-day fix for my clients is because it is custom. I can still do the 21-day fix with eating the foods that I'm allowed to eat. So I'm really grateful for that program, and I need to sit down and rearrange things because some of my go-to You know, like I love to eat eggs. That's like one of my quick, just make some eggs and spinach, or for my vegetables, throw some more spinach into my shake. And now I can't do that. So I'm going to be able to switch to kale. So it's making me realize that there's no one diet that works for everyone, for one. For two, it's making me think about what goes into my food. I don't eat a ton of processed stuff, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I want to have like a graham cracker, or I want to have a wheat English muffin, or I tried to eat Greek yogurt when I brought it back for the fix, and my stomach just didn't agree with it because I did take it out for my competition training. So I'm learning that to really pay attention to what's in my food, help everyone create a program that's going to work for them because we're all so different. And then I still have to work on my thyroid stuff. Like that's a whole nother thing that I just found out that my thyroid is not acting the way it should be. So I have a lot of things to focus on for my own health, and I'll keep sharing this journey with you. And I'll share what I'm eating and what I'm doing and how I'm feeling along the way. But I just wanted to let you know all my results because I wanted to make sure that this was legit. I had seen them all, but I wanted to make sure I talked to her first and see if there were any things like cashews and brown rice were on the list, but the number was so low that it doesn't really count as something I'm sensitive to. So that's good. And same with tuna, because I was eating tuna too. That was on the list, and bananas. But I'm actually okay with those. But other than that, a lot of the other stuff I am sensitive to, and I feel like I keep talking because I'm just kind of speechless in all this, and I'm glad I did it. I'm excited to share with you what I learn as I go away. If you need help with your weight loss, or if you're feeling stuck, like there's different things that you can try, and I can give you my tips and suggestions as well. But it really starts with keeping track of how your body feels. Everybody feels differently. And I was talking to her about this too. You know, some people need to eat a lot of carbs, complex carbohydrates. Other people feel better when their carbs come just from fruit and vegetables. Like we are all so different. So don't try to just do what one person says or one strict diet says to do. You have to do what works for your body. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling on now about this, but it's just been such an eye-opener, and I can't wait to share more about what I'm learning with you guys. So thanks for watching. See you guys soon.